The dark side of Hollywood. Hollywood. The place everyone dreams of, but only few survive. The lights are bright, but behind them lies a darkness that swallows people whole. And in the middle of that darkness stands one man. A man once praised as the king of hip-hop, a billionaire mogul who shaped an entire generation. But now, his name sends chills through the industry. Sean "Diddy" Combs. Over the past few years, everything has started to crumble. Lawsuits, allegations, whispers of abuse, power, and control. And while the mainstream media stays quiet, the internet hasn't. Because every time another story breaks, Diddy's name somehow appears again. 8 stars. Different paths. Same pattern. Some are alive, some are gone. But all of them, in one way or another, have been touched by Diddy's shadow. 1. Cassie, the woman who broke the silence. Cassie Ventura was once the perfect image of glamour, model, singer, and the woman always standing next to Diddy, smiling, shining, flawless. But behind that smile, there was something darker. She met Diddy at just 19. He promised her fame, music, a future. Instead, he gave her fear. In 2023, Cassie shocked the world. She filed a lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of years of abuse, manipulation, and violence. She said he forced her into acts she didn't consent to, made her watch horrific things, and even threatened to destroy her career if she ever spoke out. Her lawyer stated, this was about power, about control, about fear. The details were brutal: hotels, hidden cameras, and nights filled with terror. But within 24 hours, it was all over. Diddy settled privately, paying millions to silence the case. Yet the silence didn't last, because Cassie had already done the unthinkable. She spoke. And that voice cracked open the wall everyone else had been too afraid to touch. 50 Cent mocked Diddy afterward on Instagram, saying, "Diddy done. It's over, the walls are closing in, and he wasn't lying." Cassie's courage gave others the strength to talk. And that's where the dominoes started falling. Usher. The child who saw too much before Usher was a superstar, he was just a teenage singer from Atlanta. Young, talented, full of potential. And Diddy saw it. Or maybe smelled it. In the 90s, Diddy took Usher under his wing, telling him he'd make him a star. He even invited the 14-year-old to live with him in New York for a year. At first, it sounded like a dream, until Usher realized what kind of world he'd just walked into. In an old interview, Usher laughed nervously as he recalled, I had a chance to see some things. You know, the lifestyle, parties, women, the crazy stuff. Then he paused. His smile dropped. Things a kid probably shouldn't see. People brushed it off back then. It's just Diddy being Diddy. But looking back now, those words hit differently. Was it mentorship? Or was it grooming, disguised as opportunity? When Cassie's lawsuit came out, clips of Usher's old interviews resurfaced all over TikTok and Twitter. Fans started connecting dots nobody wanted to see, because Usher wasn't the only young artist Diddy mentored. Justin Bieber, The Lost Weekend. Justin Bieber was only 15 when Diddy entered his life. He was fresh in the game, a global sensation overnight. And out of nowhere, Diddy showed up on camera saying, "I'm going to be hanging out with Justin Bieber for the next 48 hours." No one thought much of it, until Justin disappeared for those exact 48 hours. No updates, no cameras, nothing. When he came back, he was quiet. Years later, people noticed how uneasy Justin became whenever Diddy's name came up. In one resurfaced interview, Diddy said jokingly, "I told Justin when he turns 18 he can come have that 48 hours with Daddy." The crowd laughed, but the internet didn't. Especially after seeing the pattern: young boys, mentorship, missing time. Even 50 Cent commented once, "Diddy got that weird energy, bro. He be touching people he shouldn't be touching." Justin never addressed it. He didn't have to. His silence said enough. Kanye West, the man who refused to obey Kanye West and Diddy. Two kings in their own right. But when Kanye started speaking about the hidden hands controlling Hollywood, things changed. In 2022, after a string of controversial interviews, Kanye posted Diddy's messages online, exposing a private conversation. Diddy had texted him, "I'm just trying to talk to you as a brother." Kanye replied, "You can't control me, Diddy. Don't send anyone after me." That post exploded online. A few days later, Kanye disappeared from every major platform. Banned, canceled, erased. People said he lost his mind, but his fans saw it differently. They believed he saw something powerful enough to silence him. And if you listen closely, Kanye had been warning us for years. There are people who think they own everything. They want to control your voice, your money, your life. It's not hard to guess who he meant. Kid Cudi, the explosive warning. Kid Cudi's name re-emerged during Cassie's lawsuit. According to Cassie's claims, Diddy once grew jealous of her friendship with Cudi. So jealous, he made a terrifying threat. Cassie told investigators Diddy said, "I'm going to blow up that man's car." Not long after, Kid Cudi's car exploded outside his house. Cudi's team confirmed it. Yes, that happened. His car did explode in his driveway. Nobody was hurt. But everyone got the message. Don't cross Diddy. Cassie's lawyers referenced the event in court documents. And suddenly, the rumors started sounding a lot more real. Kid Cudi never publicly blamed Diddy, but he also never denied the connection. Silence, once again, was the safest choice. Aaliyah, the angel at the party. Now we move to the ones who aren't here to speak. The ones who didn't make it out. Aaliyah, the princess of R&B, loved by millions. Gone too soon. In 2001, she died in a plane crash that shocked the world. But in the months before her death, she'd been seen at Diddy's famous White Party, a place many called a playground for the powerful. She was reportedly uneasy. Friends later said Aaliyah had been distancing herself from certain people in the industry. She'd seen too much and she was tired. One insider told Fandom Wire, Aaliyah was starting to understand what really went on behind the scenes. After her death, strange patterns appeared. Her passing fell on the 25th, the same day of the month as Left Eye, April 25th, and Michael Jackson, June 25th. Coincidence or message? The internet began connecting dots. Photos of her with Diddy, the eerie timing, the quiet reactions from those around her. No one ever proved Diddy had anything to do with it. But some believe she was one of the first to sense the darkness coming, and she didn't survive to tell the story. Michael Jackson, the king who knew too much. Michael Jackson's story is different. He wasn't just a victim, he was a warning. Before his death in 2009, Jackson repeatedly spoke about being controlled by the music industry system. He said powerful people were trying to destroy him because he refused to obey. In one of his last interviews, he said, "They don't want artists to own their work. They control the image, the message, the money. If you fight back, they end you." He even called out Tommy Mottola, a powerful record executive, saying he was the devil. But Diddy, another major figure in that same machine, was always nearby. Friends said Michael didn't trust him. Even 50 Cent referenced it once, saying, "Mike knew what was happening in this industry, bro. He wasn't crazy. He was awake." After his death, countless fans noticed the same thing. Michael, Aaliyah, Left Eye, all gone. All linked somehow to the same elite circles, to the same machine. The notorious B.I.G., the first sacrifice, before the lawsuits, before the scandals, before the fear, there was Biggie, Christopher Wallace, the notorious B.I.G. Diddy's closest friend, his star, his empire. They created Bad Boy Records together. But as Biggie grew, he wanted out. He wanted his own label, his own power. And then, March 9th, 1997, Los Angeles. Biggie was shot 4 times while sitting in his SUV after a party hosted by Diddy. The case remains unsolved to this day. Files sealed. Witnesses silent. Many believe Diddy knew what was coming. Some say he even arranged Biggie's trip to LA. Others call it karma, payback from the East Coast-West Coast War. But one thing's clear. Biggie's death changed everything. After that night, Diddy's fame skyrocketed. His money tripled. His empire became untouchable. And those who knew the truth? They stayed quiet. 50 Cent once said in an interview, Big wanted to leave Bad Boy. Next thing you know, he's gone. You tell me what that means. The pattern: 8 names, 8 lives, all connected by one thread: power. Cassie, the woman who finally spoke. Usher and Bieber, the kids who saw too much. Kanye and Cudi, the men who tried to fight back. Aaliyah and Michael, the voices that were silenced. And Biggie, the first to fall. Different stories, same shadow. For years, people dismissed it all as gossip. But now, too many coincidences, too many scars, too many broken lives. Diddy built an empire on music. But maybe that empire was built on fear, on secrets, on control. And as the walls finally start to close in, one question remains. How many more names are out there, waiting to be exposed? Because in Hollywood, fame doesn't just come with a price. Sometimes, it is the price.